Well, hello everyone. How are we all doing? And happy Friday. I believe everyone's gonna see this on a Friday. It is currently 1 p.m., 1:20 in the afternoon. So it's quite early for me. You're gonna see this much later, obviously. I had different plans for today, okay? I was supposed to wake up early. I was supposed to get on. And in a way, I did wake up early. I woke up at 9. Now, what I did after, I'm not entirely proud of, to be quite honest with you, because I may or may not have gone. I didn't go back to sleep. It's like I was just laying in my bed doing nothing, and I could have been a lot more productive. Then I managed to force myself out of bed. Then I made some breakfast for myself. That was an hour ago, and here I am recording. And because I was basically, I don't know if I can call it procrastinating, because all I wanted was just sleep. I went to bed really late yesterday, which is also kind of my fault, and I knew I'd have to wake up early. Yeah, but now I'm late because I'm supposed to leave in an hour from now, so not only do I have to record this voiceover, I also have to get ready, and it's a lot. But how are we all doing? Like I said, I'm doing okay, just a bit stressed today, because I need to leave soon, and I still have to record this voiceover, but I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. That won't happen. You don't have to worry. We're going to have a lot of fun talking here. I have a few fun things to tell you, actually. I had an interesting week, right? It's Friday, so it's almost over. Yeah, but all of the weekdays, they've been interesting. And when I mean interesting, they've been interesting. I haven't had a week this interesting in a while. And now I'm hyping it up. It's not that big of a deal. It's just the things I did were really questionable, and they make me question myself. Why am I like this? Because I don't know, but not the point, really. I believe I should talk about the build a little bit, at least what I'm going to do in this part. So it's going to be an interior part. You'd expect for me to make a lot of progress in the 60 minutes that we have. This is 6 hours of footage, sped up 6 times, so all I did was, I think, this dining room, and I didn't even do the dining room itself. I just did all of the built-ins, all of the wall trimming, all of the fireplaces, so just stuff like this. I didn't even get to the furniture. There's a specific word we have in my native language, and I don't know what it is in English. If you'll give me a second, I'll look it up and then I'll tell you. Because it's an interesting word. I really like to use it, and it's really good when you're just trying to explain what you're doing, especially now. You see, that's what I hate about being bilingual, because I kind of suck at speaking both languages. It's I can speak both to a point where people understand me, but it's not perfect in either, because I suck at both, to be honest. Okay, maybe I'd say I'm even better in English than I am in my native language, which is just hilarious. But when I start speaking English and when we have a harder term where I need to memorize our stuff, I'm like, how do I say this again? And it constantly happens, and it makes me so mad. I can't even tell you. Yesterday, I was trying to explain something to my friend on the call, and I struggled so hard. It's a lot. And in order to be fluent in both languages, you need to practice them on a daily. And the thing with English, when I was on my break, in spring, I want to say, I really didn't speak much of English because I didn't have to speak it anywhere, really. And yeah, we can clearly see the result right now. But anyway, I went a bit off topic. Just a second, I'm gonna look this up, and we're gonna see. Okay, I'm back. I finally looked up all the terms. So, what I had done was I did the full interior finish. And what that basically is what I told you just a few seconds ago, or a minute, I don't know. Doesn't matter really, but it's wall trimming, ceilings, all that stuff. That's basically what people call an interior finish. It's basically all of the architectural details, or not even architectural, just the main things, right? And then you put in furniture and stuff. So I did the full finish. Sometimes people do a partial finish, and a partial finish is where you just have the walls, I think ceilings and floors installed, and then, you know, any other detail you want to do, you have to add it yourself. So whenever you're purchasing an apartment, for example, or not an apartment, a condo, can I just say something? I am still so confused by the difference of a condo and an apartment. I know the difference, but it just, in my own language, we don't have stuff like this. It's always an apartment, and so whenever I'm like trying to talk about this in English, I always get mixed up. Because I understand that like an apartment is a place you rent and a condo is a place you buy. So whenever you're buying a condo, sometimes you get the option to get a partial finish, and then basically if you get that, you need to put in most of the stuff yourself. That is a plane. I really hope you can't hear that, and I have to unfortunately keep my window open because it is so hot. It's honestly not that hot here, but for me it is. I'm dying over here. Right now it's 24 degrees of Celsius, 25 actually. So it's not that hot, but for me, like I said, it is. Oh my god, I'm dying over here. Doesn't really matter though. So yeah, so maybe that's some useful information for those of you who are interested. I don't know, because I've known about this for a while, but I only know the terms in my native language. Just because sometimes I get to practice here and there, and it's always really fun. So yeah. Anyways, so that's what I'm gonna do today, and I'm only gonna do the dining room, the dining nook, whatever you want to call it. I had so much trouble. What did I just say? So much trouble doing this dining room, because I was like, what do I want to do here? Do I want to do like a long table? But I was like, that makes zero sense. And then I realized that maybe I just want kind of like a foyer table in the middle of the room. So there was that. It was weird. But I'm glad that I made it work somehow, but it definitely wasn't easy, let me tell you. And I'm also going to do the living room, which honestly, I think that double living room, what is going on with me today? That double ceiling living room, it has to be one of my favorite parts about the house. It's just, I love it so much. Of course, you're not going to see the furniture in this part, but you could go back to the tour and take a look if you want to, or you could just wait for the parts where I'm actually going to start furnishing, which I have no idea when that's going to be. To just give you a perspective on how much footage I have to work with, I am only on the 120th clip out of 400 something. So it took me 120 clips to make 4 parts, right? And we have basically 3/4 of the footage left. So that's most likely going to be another 12 parts if we're lucky. So we're looking at a 16-part build. I am going insane, aren't I? But in my defense, I mean, I did spend so much time on this house. You guys have no idea. When I was still in school, every single... I wouldn't say every single one, because obviously I wanted to take some time for myself, and I would like to prioritize myself, but when I was feeling it, I would spend every minute I had, you know, for hobbies and stuff like that, just on this build. On one hand, I feel like it paid off, because it was such, like, I was so proud of this build, and I still am. I really do like it. But yeah, on the other hand, I'm so tired of it, I don't want to see it again. Literally, because it's so big. I spent so much time on it. I am so sick of looking at it. But honestly, I don't really mind talking about it, so it's all good. We're still gonna see these parts, and can you imagine? This is my 3rd upload of the week. I am just surprised as you are, if you want me to be honest. But hey, I am not complaining. I hope that you aren't either. I know half of these uploads don't really even count, because putting out an extra part, it's really not that hard. But for me, I still have to record a voiceover and stuff. And here you can see me working on this fireplace. I don't know what I was doing. The first few designs that I did, oh my god. I'm just gonna keep them in so you guys could see what I'm doing and you'd understand why I'm saying this, because I'm just looking at my screen and I'm like, what the hell? In the end, it did turn out nice, but it took me like 3 tries till I got this right. I think I even rage quit at one point while working on this living room because I was so done with that fireplace. I remember being so done with the kitchen too. The kitchen layout killed me. Literally murdered me. But I remember coming back, I don't want to say the next day. I think it took me like 2 or 3 days to recover. But then I got back on and somehow it came to me and I figured out everything. So if something's not working, you know, don't stress it. My advice would be to just leave and come back another day. And then it usually comes back to you. To me, it usually does. And then I'm really happy when it does come back to me because I'm like, yay, now I can do this. Yeah, but let me tell you, the kitchen was such a big struggle. I was like, I am not gonna work on you anymore. But I did, and I did get it done, fortunately. And it did turn out pretty nice. Though the thing with it looks good in game, but when it comes to screenshots, it was really hard to get a good angle. Because it looked so awkward, but then when you're just walking around it, it looks good. So I didn't really understand the logic behind that and how that's possible. But I never really got to even take a screenshot of it. Honestly, the thing with screenshots, I don't know what's going on with me. It was so embarrassing. I took 100 screenshots of this house. Literally 100 screenshots. I went through every room. I tried to get the best angles possible, you know, so I could post them on Instagram and stuff and share it on my other social media accounts. By the way, if you don't follow them and if you'd like to, all the links are in the description. But that doesn't really matter. But yeah, and I legit put all those 100 screenshots into a folder and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll store them somewhere. So I'd have them on me. And my plan was to just grab my laptop with me and then edit the screenshots while I'm away or just doing something and have some time to spare or something. And I put it into my hard drive because I sometimes carry it with me. And I actually had some spare time. I was feeling really productive. I thought I was gonna edit some screenshots. I was ready. I prepared myself mentally. And I'm just looking through the hard drive and I legit cannot find it. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And you know what? I never ended up finding them. And they're just lost forever. I don't know how it's possible to be this stupid and how to lose 100 freaking screenshots in a hard drive. My idea on how I lost it is I could have accidentally deleted it because I may or may not have put it into a folder where I have the footage of this house. And usually what I do is to save storage on my hard drive because my whole storage situation, it is weird. I have to free up storage now and then because I work on an iMac, and those of you who know, iMacs, they suck when it comes to their storage because it's very limited, and I also have like a hard drive, and it's just a weird situation. But basically, to save storage, I delete footage from my hard drive now and then, and that's what I did. Because I used I think I deleted part 1 footage of this house, because obviously I'm not going to use it anymore since it's posted. And I may or may not have accidentally deleted the folder together with the footage, and it's gone forever. So now I'm kind of, I don't know, I don't have any screenshots. I have like 6 screenshots, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if Abe's watching this, but maybe Abe, if you are, and if you're willing to let me come back and take a few more screenshots, I'd really appreciate it. She's a very busy person, so I don't know if I really want to bother her again with this stuff. I know I'll make it work, but it's just... And you know what makes me mad the most is the fact that I know I'll never learn. I can already see this happening again. And I know that it will happen because no matter what I do, I'll end up in a situation like this. It sounds stupid, but I know. Maybe I'm manifesting this. Could be my problem as well. It's just, you know what? It's kind of funny. Yeah, so maybe my advice is just don't be stupid like me. Just pay attention to where you put your things, and then, especially when you're deleting stuff, just pay attention. You'll save yourself a lot of stress. I mean, honestly, I wasn't even that stressed. I found it funny. I found it embarrassing that, like, I messed up like that. Like, but honestly, like I said, only I can do stuff like this. It only happens to me. But on the brighter note, I should thank you guys, because I don't know how many of you actually watched the newest video where I did a challenge, by the way, which I enjoyed doing so much. I think I even mentioned it in the video. It was just it was such a good break from making speed builds, and I needed it so bad, and it was so fun. Because I always wanted to do challenges, but the editing of them always put me off, because I was like, seriously, editing? For those of you who don't know, I wouldn't call myself a fan of editing. I find it more like a chore. I don't know. I guess you could call it the part I don't like the most about my job. Because it's just, I don't know. But maybe I just wasn't editing the right videos to start liking it. Because in all honesty, editing speed builds is really boring. But I feel like you could probably imagine this yourself, because you're just basically looking at yourself build something again, and you already know what's gonna happen. And it's just, when you know when something's gonna happen, and how it's gonna happen, how you're gonna do stuff, there's really it's not interesting. You see, like, I will always enjoy just rambling and talking about nothing on a voiceover. Editing a speed build though, yeah, I don't like it. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing it, you know, it's just, you won't always get to do what you want. Sometimes you'll have to just do the annoying parts as well, and obviously that's what I'm doing. And yeah, but then editing that video wasn't even that bad. It took me 1 day to edit though, which, it sounds like a pretty long time, and in all honesty, it was. Now that I'm even thinking about it, I spent more than 1 day on it. I think it was 2 evenings. One, I spent just cutting down the footage, you know, cutting out all of the parts where I was making awkward pauses and stuff, just so, you know, the actual video would be interesting to watch. And then a few days later, I actually came back to the video and I put in all of the effects, I want to say, you know, just like, I finished editing the video. So it took me like 2 hours to get through all of the footage, and then I want to say like 4 or 5 just to finish up the video. So that was 7 hours of editing. It's not even a lot. Maybe I'm just slow, which could be the problem, because I've always been a slower person when it comes to working. I don't know why with building, I wouldn't call myself that slow, but like with everything else I do, don't even get me started. I am so scared for my exams just because I'm afraid that I won't be able to make it on time to finish before I need to give in my paper. We have final exams next spring, so it's a bit scary, but I'll believe I'll be fine. But like, for example, whenever we're writing an essay in class in my native language, which is Lithuanian essays just suck. Let me tell you, they're the one thing I hate the most on this planet. There's nothing else I hate more than Lithuanian. It's the worst. But nonetheless, there are some people who like it. It's just, I think it's just me. But I am always the last to finish the essay. All of my classmates finish before me, and it's just so funny because I am always the last one. And what can I do about it? Nothing, you know? It's just the way it is. You see, it doesn't really get in the way when it comes to me doing YouTube videos, because technically you can post whatever you want, and I really appreciate that. And just, but on the other hand, I feel like YouTube definitely makes me push myself and put out content faster. But anyways, I went off topic again. It's so funny because I keep on doing this. Honestly, I feel like this is secretly my secret talent. Whoa. Because I'm just so good at this. I always go off topic so easily, and then I completely forget about what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, I was talking about the video, and I don't know. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful that you guys enjoyed the video. That makes me want to create more, and obviously I don't just want to do speed builds because they're fun to do, but you get bored. That's kind of expected though. Yeah, and I don't know, I just want to have fun from time to time, so I definitely see myself posting these kind of challenges more often, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the other videos as well, because so far it's been really good. The video did a lot better than I anticipated. I thought that it would. Didn't expect it to flop, but I was like, I don't know if people are gonna like this, and I was really shocked to see that so many people were excited. I even posted a sneak peek on Twitter, and it got like 200 likes, which to me was like crazy. I didn't know people were just interested in me building, not just a speed build, you know? Yeah, so that was very fun. So I want to thank you all for doing that. I don't know how many people are going to listen to this voiceover, but if you are, I really, really do appreciate you. And I'm excited to do more. Anyways, now we're working on the kitchen that I think I cut out all of the footage where I was struggling with the layout, because like I said, it took me good 2 days to figure out the layout of the kitchen. It is insane when I say this, but I spent legit 2 days, and when I'm saying 2 days, I literally mean 2 days where I just sat down and all I did the day was work on the kitchen layout, and it never worked. I would have given up, but since this was kind of like a house build for someone, I was like, nah, I can't do this. So, because I was building this for someone, that kind of saved me from quitting, which is so funny to say. Anyways, what should I talk about? Right! There has been some updates in the community. By updates, I mean not the actual update, but just rather a regular update. About the update. We're getting I don't understand. Was it the summer update? It's weird. I don't understand, because I thought it would be a beach-themed update, but apparently it's not. All I know is that we're getting pools on upper levels, which we wanted that all so much. But when I first saw the teaser, I was like, what? I was so confused. I was freaking out. And on top of the pools on higher levels, this might be a long shot, but hear me out. It's probably not possible. What if we get an extended height limit in the game? Wouldn't that be just so fun? Right? Wouldn't it just be so cool to be able to build up to, I don't know, like 10 stories instead of what we can do, I think 4 or 5 now? Just imagine, 10 stories. And it definitely looks like the pool is a lot higher up than the highest floor that we're able to build up to at the moment. I mean, it could be just me. Like I said, this could be a long shot, but I mean, am I reaching here? Probably. But would I really want this to be true? Also, yes. You see, I even spoke to Float about this, who, for those of you who don't know, that is Float Roblox, a very, very talented builder. We go way back. Anyways, we spoke about it, and an increased height limit wouldn't really mean anything good for both of us. Because for those of you who know, and I believe a lot of you know, there is a thing called plot data. And imagine, instead of being able to build on 6 floors, I'd have 4 more to fill up. Just think about all the plot data we'd need. This has always been mine and Float's biggest enemy. We've been fighting with it for as long as I can remember, and I don't think that will ever change. So if I were to build a skyscraper, I feel like I wouldn't even be able to get to the interior, because I would just run out while working on the exterior. Or like making a city build. Fun fact actually, last summer I did start working on like a European city, like a city plot, and it was going so well. I was so happy with the layout. I did the first building and it was 30% of plot data. And when I say it was literally just the building, it was just one building with one detailed facade and then 2 side walls that weren't really detailed, and then the back had like this very nice balcony. And I still have the house, and I wanted to make it a series, but it's just, I'm not gonna be able to do the entire city. Like, I can just see it, and once you start building with detail, you can't stop. Like, I don't know if you guys will understand this. It's just, it's the way it is, you know? Once you taste it, you don't want to go back. So I physically cannot build something that's not detailed. Like, it's just, I won't let myself do that. I just can't do it. I can't get over myself to work on it. And that sounds so stupid, I know, but it's the truth. I just can't do it. I don't know, this might be just me being a maximalist, and believe me, I know I'm making it hell for myself, but I don't know, there's nothing else I can do really. So maybe if we get like additional 500% of plot data, I might as well just do a city. But until then, yeah, I don't know, I don't think so. Because it's a whole job to be able to build a plot and make sure it fits within the plot deal limit. It's almost like Mission Impossible. And I mean, on the other hand, I feel like no matter how much we'll get, I will always be like, oh yeah, we don't have enough. That's just me. I know, I'm a lot to work with. But you know what? And I was reading the comments under the video of the challenge, and a lot of you said that you would like to see like an old money build, kind of something similar to the 200 or the 300k office. I don't remember how much it costs now. And I'd love to do a house like that, but like I said, can you imagine the amount of plot data that would take up? Just think about it. Do you want me to go insane? Do you remember what happened with the chalet? Exactly. What do you think will happen with a house like that? And a house like that it's gonna take up a lot more than the chalet, let me tell you. So I responded to a few comments and I was like, if they'll add an additional 1000% of plot data, I will do it. But I made a promise to myself not cry over plot data again. It was my lowest point in my life, okay? I will not do it again. Oh, it's funny. But it sucks that we're limited. And you see, maybe I'd go to Studio and build that. But Studio just isn't as fun because you don't actually... Well, you could make it a game, but it's like, you know, Bloxburg can actually... You don't need to really program anything. You can use all the items and people can roleplay in it. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot better to do in Roblox. Roblox Bloxburg. Personally, I don't know. Because I realized that for me, there really is no difference between Roblox Studio and Bloxburg, mostly. Because I technically model... No, there is a difference. Bloxburg is a lot easier, obviously. Because all of the items are already kind of... You have all the models. You don't need to do everything. Imagine having to do everything. Because technically I do like 25% of things myself now. But imagine having to do every single little plate. I'd go insane. Yeah, I don't know if I would really like that. Yeah, that it is what it is. Anyway, but last but not least, since I do have to go very soon, I have an hour left and I still need to finish editing this video. I need to get ready. I need to leave. Oh my god. Yeah, yesterday was such a weird day. Oh, I said that my entire week was weird, but mainly it was yesterday. But my entire week was weird, and that is because I was so productive that I didn't step out of my house for 3 days. I'm so embarrassed to admit this. Like, how does this happen? 3 days! That is so... You see, and the thing is, that is so not me. I don't do stuff like this anymore. If I don't go out during the day, I'll go crazy. It's like I kind of need to, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't say I regret it, because I was really productive. Like I said, I got so much stuff done. You guys saw it yourselves, right? I posted twice. I made a lot of progress on this build that I may or may not post a teaser of very soon. And no, I'm not gonna just post a teaser and then disappear. I'm actually gonna post a build because I am building it for someone again. So it's just when you're building it for someone and when someone is waiting for it, you kind of, you're kind of responsible, to say the least. So yeah, hopefully I'll have that build out very soon. I'm very excited to post it because it's actually coming out really well, but I don't want to say much about it because I already kind of did say a thing or two on Twitter. So if you really want to know what it's what is going on, you see, I blame my lack of sleep for English not really Englishing. That's also not a word, but you get the point. Yeah, but if you really know what it is, or maybe just get a general idea of what it is, you could go to my Twitter and maybe find the tweet, and then you'll know. But I'm not telling you here, not yet at least. Okay, let's make a deal. I'll tell you later, maybe. Yeah, but about yesterday, I just made the most stupid decision, and again, I never learn. That makes me mad the most. Is that I never learn. Anyways, last summer, I had this very stupid habit of dressing up way too warm for the day. And I wake up yesterday, and I look at the weather app. It says it's 20 degrees of Celsius. I was like, okay, that's not that hot, right? Yeah, and it wasn't. And it was cloudy, so... And I have this stupid association in my head that if it's cloudy, I need to wear a knit. You can kind of sense where this is going. And I have this really cute white knit, and I was like, I want to wear this so bad, because I think the last time I wore it was a month ago or so, and I was like, I miss you. And I put on shorts, and I was like, okay, this is the perfect balance, right? It won't be too hot. I was wrong. Oh, I was so wrong, you have no idea. I step out, it was fine for the first hour, I want to say. Then I go into my therapist's office, and I can just feel myself sweat, and I'm like, oh, you have to be kidding me. But then it started raining, so it was fine, right? Yeah, it was fine. Then I had to do some stuff in a coffee shop, then I went to eat, and as I was walking to the bus stop, the sun came out. And I think instead of 20 degrees, it was like 26, so it went by quite a lot. And I can just feel myself sweating. And I get into the bus, because I had to go to the gym. And the thing with public transport in my city, when it comes to air conditioning, they really don't care about this stuff that much. So it seems like it's always kind of abandoned. Yeah, it was really hot in the bus as well. And then on top of everything, the bus broke down. And I was sweating like so much. And the thing is, I don't think there's anything I hate more than sweating. If I'll start sweating and I'm around someone, you do not want to be around me. You don't. Trust me, let me tell you. So my day was just... I felt so musty. It was like, please get me home. Please. But then obviously I had to go to the gym, and I wasn't gonna quit. You see, I could have went home, but the thing is, I was already kind of irresponsible this week, and I skipped a few days, and I was like, no, I skipped, so I can't do it now. Yes, I ended up going, but it was just... I hate the heat. Why does it exist? I don't know if there's a perfect temperature for me, though, because in the winter, it's too cold. In autumn, it's too rainy. Maybe spring has the perfect temperatures, but even then, not always. Because when it's 15 degrees, I realize that I need to layer stuff, and by that time, I really just want to wear summer clothes. And then when summer actually starts, I'm like, oh my god, kill me. It happens every single summer. And the thing is, it's not even that hot here compared to other places. Because I read that it's like the hottest summer in a while this year, so... That's fun to hear, right? I believe just thinking about countries like Spain or Italy where it's supposed to be hot. I'm talking about Europe, I'm not even gonna think about other continents. Wasn't it like, I remember looking on Twitter, it was like red temperatures in Thailand. Jesus. If I have any viewers from there, I am genuinely so sorry for you. But maybe you guys are used to it. To me, imagine. Imagine if I put that knit on in Thailand. Yeah. Oh my god. Thank god. I kind of did learn, but it just doesn't make any sense. I packed a t-shirt into my bag because I was like, maybe if it will be too hot, then I'll be able to change. Thankfully, after the gym I did, and it was fine then, but... I spent like 6 hours in that knit. Not again. Never again. Today, it's a beautiful day. I'm not gonna put on the knit again. I'm just gonna stash that knit away for the entire summer now, so I just don't see it, you know? Out of sight, out of mind, and I'll be fine. Maybe it wasn't that weird. Okay, this week wasn't that weird, I kinda hyped it up, but I did say that I kinda hyped it up too much. Doesn't matter though, I had an interesting start of the week. To me, it was interesting, and maybe that's all that matters. But, although I really don't want to leave right now, you guys, I unfortunately have to. I need to go get ready, but I had a lot of fun. My mood is just, I'm so talkative today. I just want to talk my day away. Haha, a very good or bad joke. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this voiceover, and I hope to see you in the next video, which I believe will be another challenge. I'm actually recording one today with a special someone. So yeah, it's just, I think it's a bit exciting, don't you think? But I hope to see you in the next one, and that will be part 5, and maybe hopefully we'll make a lot more progress in the next part. I can't promise much, but hopefully we will. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.
The feelings plenty of times, still you fall away at the mention of mine. All of your reasons and all of your crimes never take away what you're trying to hide. Why can't you just listen? Shut up for a minute, we can make it right. Save it for another night. We're dancing in the kitchen, all the words to Prince, and you took out the light. You took out the light. All the words to Prince. If I could read you, I'd be changing your mind. But it's a camouflage sabotage nearly every time. All of your reasons and all of your lies are just a phantom limb echoing what you're trying to find. Why can't you just listen? Shut up for a minute, we can make it right. Save it for another night. We're dancing in the kitchen, all the words to Prince, and you took out the light. You took out the light. All the words to Prince, you took out the light.
I've got something for you, and I can hardly breathe. Something draws me to you, it's taking over me. Don't know where you came hoping you could fix these broken seams, floating through the puzzles and the endless screens. Well, I've got something for you, and it's cutting deep. Now the music's over, will you come with me? And tell me you can feel it, though we're oceans apart. I've got a love for you, I've got a love for you. I know this magic sparks inside would you run from me? If I go, would you be happy in the end? So was it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? Those memories, was it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? So was it all for nothing? If I stay, would you run from me? If I go, would you be happy in the end? So is it